If you move too quickly into action and feel exhausted, if you shift your focus too often and lose the essential sense of your desire, if you begin doubting the process of manifestation because results appear inconsistent, this doesn't mean you lack discipline. It doesn't mean you lack faith or commitment. It simply means you're unknowingly interrupting the early stages of creation. If you listen to this transmission attentively, you'll understand what is actually happening at the very beginning of manifestation, why effort often feels premature, and how to place your focus so creation can begin organizing itself naturally. Once you understand this stage, manifestations stop feeling mysterious and begin to feel reliable, steady, and repeatable. Now, let's talk about manifestation itself. No matter what you are creating, health, relationships, abundance, purpose, or a specific experience, everything follows the same process of manifestation. When you work at the level of energy formation, different desires, the same mechanics. To ground this understanding, let's use a simple analogy. Imagine you want to grow a plant. You don't pull its leaves to make it grow faster. You don't dig into the soil every day to check its progress. You don't keep replacing the seed. You decide what you want to grow. You prepare the soil, you place the seed, and once the seed is placed, you naturally tend to the environment that supports its growth. You offer steady care. You allow warmth and nourishment. You create consistent conditions, watering the plants, making sure that sun gets to it, where life responds easily. You remain present with the conditions and allow growth to happen naturally. Manifestations function in the same way. Your body, your mind, your relationships, your opportunities, and your circumstances all organized through the same underlying structure. When you understand this structure, manifestation stops feeling random and begin to feel clear and confident. In deliberate creation, there are natural steps. First is intention. You recognize what you want. You understand your desire. Next is field formation. Energy of your desire beginning to gather around that intention. You start sensing how much you want it, what exactly you want to feel. Then saturation and density, stability forming and momentum building. Your desire turns from a flickering spontaneous thing you want into something stable and real. Then you start growing momentum around your desire. Your energy grows. You sense how much you want it, and you sense how much it moves you. And then it gets to a point where the critical mass is gathered, the field becoming self-sustaining. And then there is a contact, reality responding through resonance. And then you start living your desire, normalization, embodiment, continuity, and lived integration. We're talking about long-term desires, those where you don't know how to get it, who will bring it to you, how to achieve it. Sometimes those desires feel unreachable, too big to achieve, sometimes even too big to dream. This is the kind of desire I'm talking about. Right now, we want to explore the stage 1, because everything that follows depends on how clearly this stage 1 is held. This transmission is about that first moment, the moment you place the seed. Once you know what you want, this is the time to spend with it, savoring how it would feel to experience it as real. This is where you begin sensing and spending time with the place of how it would feel when I leave my desire. And when you catch this first feeling, this first sense is where the field of your desire, electromagnetic field, your point of attraction of your desire begins to form. And this is the seed. You're planting the seed. This transmission helps you to stay with the subtle moment of creation because it's invisible and many people skip it, rushing forward before the field has time to organize. Once you understand and honor this stage, you build a stable foundation for manifestation to appear again and again with increasing ease until it becomes a natural rhythm of your life. Listen to this transmission with openness and attention. If you are in the stage of field formation, if you know what you want but still don't feel it, if it feels too big and unreachable, if you know your intention, but you don't know yet the how, the when, and the through whom. By listening, you allow yourself to sense your desire clearly and powerfully, and you allow that clarity to begin moving the field on your behalf. So, be prepared and start embodying the work of a deliberate creator you're doing right now. I am in the process of creation. And right now, I'm engaged in its most essential phase. I place my attention fully into this present moment. I feel myself arrive here completely. My presence settles my body, clarifies my mind, and soothes my energy. My attention is here, and this is where creation begins. I feel centered. I feel focused. I feel attuned. I hold my intention with gentleness and clarity. I know what I want to create, what I want to manifest, and I begin to sense the direction of this desire. I start to recognize how it would feel to live it fully. This intention lives inside me as a steady point. I know it clearly. I know it precise. I know what I want. I sense energy responding to my focus and intention. The moment I choose what I want, energy gathers naturally. I feel this energy flowing from within me, from my inner consciousness, and it arrives gently. It comes as a wave to my solar plexus. I start to sense it as the first gentle touches of warmth inside my solar plexus. I sense how it nourishes me, how it supports me, and I sense it growing. This energy feels warm and satisfying. It feels stable. It feels quietly powerful. It gathers gradually. It accumulates smoothly. It deepens the longer I stay here. I recognize that this accumulation of energy is my work, is my side of creation. I sense that by me staying here, density is forming softly. Energy is organizing itself within me. I feel an inner field taking shape, an emotional state of being, a current, a coherent inner environment, a unified field, the energy of my desire. I feel what I want I feel me living it. And this energy begins to exist. This field feels like standing inside a future that already welcomes me. It feels like entering a room that belongs to me. It feels like breathing air that feels familiar, steady, and supportive. I sense harmony establishing itself. Thought aligns with emotion. Emotion aligns with desire. Desire aligns with energy. I remain here with this teeny sensation, and being here feels like the most productive thing on earth. Staying present with my desire, focusing on energy that I want to experience, is the most effective thing I can do as a deliberate creation on this stage of formation. My attention nourishes the process. My steady commitment allows the field to organize. My awareness of this field, sensing it, spending time with it, visualizing it, inhabiting it, holds the structure. I notice the emotional tone settle throughout my system. I feel what I want. I know exactly how it would feel when I achieve my desire. I can sense it right now by envisioning it. I feel satisfaction because I can catch the very core of my desire. I start feeling quite confidence because of the resonance with what I want. I start to feel certainty. Yes, this is exactly how I want to feel when I leave my desire. I can sense it now. This emotional state becomes the frequency of the field, becomes my point of attraction, becomes this first sparkle, this first vertexual, this first awareness of what I want to experience. And it starts to create its own organization. It starts to grow. I allow my focus and my emotion to calibrate together. I let my imagination and fantasy participate gently. I imagine for the sake of feeling, and I stay with the sensation longer. Me sensing, living my desire is what matters here. I allow my mind to envision what I sense, what I would touch, what I would experience when I live the reality I desire. I welcome the feelings fully. I calibrated them. I let myself inhabit what it feels like to leave my desire. I sense myself experiencing this reality emotionally right now. And this is how the field of my desire forms. I imagine how natural it feels to wake up inside this outcome. I see myself moving through life with ease. I hear my voice calm and assured. I feel my body relaxed, grounded, and steady. Success feels normal. Relationships feel delicious. Health feels embodied. Abundance feels normal. This desire feels like my natural state. And this field is its beginning. I remain with the state that creates it, and my familiarity deepens. Stability grows. I allow myself to rehearse gently what I sense. What I feel. What I see. What I hear. What I touch. Living my desired reality. With each return, density strengthens. I feel the energy forming more clearly within me. This process receives my concentration. It receives my focus. It receives my willingness to return again and again. My awareness supports the field. My attention holds it steady. My presence maintains coherence. I allow the field to settle fully into me. It becomes the most important thing right now to sustain the sensation of my desire. I feel connected to my higher intelligence. And energy flows again and again. My inner being emits the signal of the desire I want to experience. And I'm catching this frequency. And guidance feels embodied. This collaboration, my focus on intention, and my inner being providing energy, feels natural. Receiving energy feels normal. Creation feels cooperative. And I remain containing, nourishing, forming, and sustaining my sense of my desire. The field is formed. The seed is planted. And now I tend to environment that supports its growth. I create consistent conditions where my focus continually holds the field of my desire, and I can sense me living it. And this is my work as a deliberate creator on this stage of manifestation.